Oh, very much so. I think they can see that since Mourinho has departed, things are much better at United. And things are good at PSG until that injury for Marco Verratti on Saturday against Guingamp in the league. It was a great win for Paris, but losing Verratti for a sprained ankle, which he'll be out for around 3 weeks. So it's touch and go for that game at Old Trafford. Like you said, on February the 12th, he could still be playing it, but he might not be completely 100%. Would you not play him in the first leg to make sure that he's fully fit and 100% for the second leg in Paris a few weeks later? That's the question. And Tuchel is right. There is a midfield crisis because apart from Marquinhos, who's not really a midfielder, at least a defensive midfielder, he doesn't have really anyone there. Di Maria can play there, but he's not a defensive midfielder either, and neither is Julian Draxler. So there's a big crisis there, and Tuchel is waiting for reinforcement and new signing, and they're just not coming yet.
You take a look at the probable 11 against Manchester United. Have we got any sympathy for Tuchel, boys?
A sympathy for a manager? No. Well, at the end of the day, he's gone into a high-pressured situation in terms of not winning League One, but, Champions League and the players they've got. And so it's a huge blow if you're losing players. I mean, Dani Alves has played in midfield as well.
Yeah.
The upside is, if there is an upside, is that they are so far in front in the league that he can rest another few players in between because it's not really going to affect him. So he doesn't have to take too many risks with the ones that are still fit. The problem is obviously the ones that are out, and particularly that central position. Look, a few weeks ago, this was pretty much a foregone conclusion, the way Man United were going and the way PSG were going. But now, with the changes at United and the injuries at PSG, it's a lot closer. I still think PSG should be strong enough, but it's certainly a lot closer. It's hard to know whose need is more because Gattuso's need, Gattuso, they're in the top 4 at the moment after that win on Monday, but he's a man that always seems to be on the cusp of getting the bullet. So they need to get in the top 4. And Sarri, you'd think he's safe at Chelsea, but if the negative headlines continue, the results dip and United pick up and Arsenal can hang in there, who's to say if they finish outside the top 4 again that Roman Abramovich won't pull the trigger there? I think it's unlikely, but it's not impossible. So, I would say probably Maurizio Sarri at the moment needs to get Higuain out of all those guys in as quickly as he can and getting them up to speed.
Now, the thing is, obviously, they're taking on Spurs on Thursday. If they register by midday tomorrow, he can play. Can you just throw someone in like that and just go on and score some goals, or does he have to train? Or
I wouldn't imagine
he would. Is it simple?
No, it's a wee bit more. Well, I think he'd put him on the bench at best.
Right, and chuck him on.
But I think he's, they've got, I think it's FA Cup weekend, so I think get a bit of time to integrate him. And let's be honest, he's looking for him to perform in the league. That's where he needs to get results most.
I think play Higuain. If he's available, if he's fit, just throw him straight in. I think
who's got the best of this deal?
It's a great question.
It's a great question. Yeah.
I think Chelsea have the greatest need for a striker, and therefore they probably get the best of the deal if they get an Higuain who scores the goals, as we know that he can, because Sarri of the 3 I think is under the most pressure. I know Gattuso seems to be living life on the edge. I don't think that the signing of Piatek changes that, but Sarri has a lot to lose if this goes wrong.
The greatest winner in all these deals, if they all go through, is Eden Hazard. Because he can go back out to the left-hand side and actually play the position from which he's actually most impactful, rather than playing as a false 9 and with his back to goal and all the nonsense that they've been trying to do that hasn't worked. And it allows then Eden Hazard to change the game the way that he can, because you actually have a proper number 9 in front of you. That, you would assume, would solve a lot of the issues for Chelsea and therefore make it a far more impactful signing than the other 2 would be.
Jules, it's a lot of money, isn't it, for someone who hasn't done anything outside the Eredivisie yet?
Yeah, you're right. And, it's his first season with the first team. He's done amazingly well in the domestic league, for sure. He had a couple of very good games in the Champions League, in a group stage where, apart from Bayern Munich, the other teams were not very good. And then for Holland, he had one very good game against Germany, which is true, and a good game against France when Holland won both. So, yes, there's still a bit of an improving factor about him, especially at the top level. But I think the talent is so big, and there's so many clubs after him that Barcelona and all the others were right to position themselves already for so much money, so young, because I think once you get him, it will improve and make your team better.
It's interesting, Jules, isn't it? When you take a look at all the money that's come in for PSG, they pretty much have got their man, their big man that they've targeted. And the fact, obviously, getting Neymar from Barcelona, getting Mbappe as well, when we know Real Madrid were very much in the hunt for him. This is a big blow to them, isn't it?
It's a huge blow, and again, a couple of weeks ago, they were briefing that they were still confident that he would choose them and he would go for Paris ahead of everyone else. They thought they had a deal with Ajax for around 70 million euros, which is already a lot of money for someone as young as De Jong and unproven as De Jong. And clearly, Barca raised the bar to go to 90 million euros, which is something that PSG can't afford to pay now with financial fair play. 70 is the maximum. They will already invest some money this month on another defensive midfielder, whether that's Gay, Alan, or Paredes, or whoever it is, and they surely felt that they couldn't go higher than 70 million for De Jong, and clearly that doesn't look like it's enough now.
Welcome into Extra Time. We'll start off with Jules, who's here. Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl, Jules? Yeah, Jules was late today because he was working for the BBC.
Priorities.
Yeah, thanks, Jules. Radio as well, not even on TV.
Oh, boy.
Man. We got second.
I did TV as well. Before.
There it is.
Hey, big
So
time.
late.
BBC TV, Jules.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, BBC News.
BBC knows in a bit of 5 Live Sports.
Wow. Jules, who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl? Rams or the Patriots?
The Rams. The Patriots have to stop. They can't win again. Brady can't win again. I wanted Patrick Mahomes to go to the final, to the Super Bowl. It just narrowly missed out. I want the Rams to win.
Who do you want to?
Look at me. I'm a Cowboys fan.
What does that mean with regards to this Super Bowl?
I'm a Cowboys fan.
But do Cowboys fans hate Rams or hate the Patriots?
No, we don't
I hate
hate
everybody who's not Cowboys.
Well,
yeah.
No, if it were the Eagles, it'd be different.
Right.
Or any of the rivals of our conference. But other than that, forget it.
Pats, baby.
That's
Pats, baby.
Never use that.
That didn't seem very.
Ask me again.
That didn't seem very genuine.
Ask me again.
Shaq?
Pats, baby.
What's happening with that beard?
Nothing.
What happened to you in LA?
Well, he has changed.
He's
Well,
come back with
I gotta tell you, if you ever seen Shaka take down a Korean barbecue, that was aggressive.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Good.
That was aggressive.
You don't care who wins, do you?
Rams. No, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I quite like
Say
them.
Rams, baby.
Okay, is Shaka Hislop more of an icon in Trinidad than Brian Lara?
No. Well, Lara is... I call Lara the Prince of Port of Spain. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and what do they call you?
Yeah, what are you? Some joker?
Yeah.
Just
The court jester.
move away from the princes. Just move from the prince, will you?
But if it was like, so Brian Lara's there, are you second?
Oh, no.
Who's second?
Be the Dwight or Dwight.
Oh, yeah.
Top 5? Top 5?
Yeah, top 5. They asked you to do that commercial. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, but they haven't asked me to come. Notice they haven't asked me to come back.
Who's doing it this year?
I don't know.
Other 25 weren't available. Prince of Holidays, is that what they call you?
No, that would be the
You
king.
call me.
That would be the king of holidays. No
King of
prince there.
I
vacation.
don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm
Brian
no way.
Lara is a cricketer, by the way. Very famous cricketer, one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Why?
Can Perez do... Oh, a football question. Can Perez do something to make Solari start his best player, Isco, at Madrid? Jules, not going off to an ITV or Sky? Is still here to answer that?
That's not going to happen, I'm afraid. I don't think Isco is going to play much between now and the end of the season. I wouldn't be surprised even if they sell him this month. And I think that the issue even goes back not just to Solari. I think it's deeper than that. It's probably more even political than that. And in fairness, it would bring them quite a lot of money to use them to sort of recycle this squad and bring in new players in the summer.
Double your money.
Very, very BBC answer. wasn't it?
BBC, ITV, a little bit of BT Sport and ESPN.
Yes,
Bush.
that's it.
Nothing wrong with a bit of freelance.
Oh, imagine if the younger, better-looking French
John Lagossi.
journo comes in.
Well, we've got Mark Ogden now to replace Marcotti in seniority. We just need to look for the French
Let's
version
get
of
going.
Mr. Laurent.
What's the dumbest thing you bought as a player?
What a Shaq.
Shaq, you had your Maserati.
Right. I wasn't dumb at all.
No?
No, I loved every minute of that.
Did you?
Maserati. Loved it.
How fast did you go in it, though, around London?
Well, you can't go fast around London.
Yeah.
I got it up there a couple of times, though.
How far? How high?
On the M25.
On the M3, it got it.
165?
No way.
Blooming heck, Shaq.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's just kind
What
of
kind of
fast.
speeds are you getting up to in this 84 on the way to Boston?
Well,
Not quite. Not
my
quite.
Fusion Hybrid doesn't have the same kind of acceleration.
That's good. Did you
Sounds
buy
good.
anything dumb? I don't think we've heard any stories of like
Cars.
cars. What was the flashiest car you had?
A little two-seater once, years ago. An old thing, Toyota.
Really?
Thought it was the bee's knees.
Celica? Was it?
Did it have a soft top?
Toyota MR2.
Oh,
I
baby.
didn't have a soft top, but
It's you.
the lights used to come up from the bonnet.
You were like James Bond.
That's it.
You were Chelsea's James Bond back in the day.
Oh, it's George Clooney again. Oh, George is back.
Oh dear.
Get the lights.
Well, you get me. I couldn't afford anything. Come on.
Have
MLS salaries wasn't what they are now.
Have any of you guys ever had an In-N-Out burger?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Animal style.
They're good?
Yes, they are. But I would say I like mine without all the nonsense that they put with the animal style. So
What's the animal
I don't know. It has a special sauce and has a bunch of stuff in it.
Right.
Just bring me the burger.
Oh.
Yeah. All the other stuff just poisons the burger.
What's an In-N-Out burger?
I think it's out in the West Coast, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a
In
West
and Out
Coast
is
thing.
a
Oh, well,
burger
we
joint.
wouldn't know because we never get there.
No, yeah. Shaka was there.
You two go.
I didn't have an In-N-Out burger when I was there.
I know.
No, he had all the Korean barbecue there was to have. He did have those.
There's none left in LA.
Spare ribs gone.
Just thank your lucky stars that one of our other colleagues wasn't there, Mark Donaldson.
Oh.
He always gets a mention and nobody knows who he is.
It's a healthy eater. He's
Okay, in honour of today's Oscar nominations, does any of the ESPN FC crew still go to the cinema?
Yeah, I got. Well, I haven't been for a while, but
We got the list. Let me see. What was the list of? Have you seen any of these, Shaq?
I went to see one with my daughter recently.
What did you see?
The Mule.
was it great?
Is that Clint Eastwood?
Yes.
The very one. It was okay.
It's not nominated.
No, but
So-
it wasn't the best.
Black Panther.
saw that.
Any good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Castaway.
That's a while back. Is that the last time you went to the cinema?
Black KK Klansman.
Black Klansman.
Black
Saw that.
Man.
Spike Lee joint. Saw
Good?
that. Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nah.
Guns of Navarone.
I'd like to.
Bridge over the
I
River
wanna see
Kwai.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Where Eagles Dare.
Oh, shut up. The
Damn
favourite.
Busters.
What was it? The favourite.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Green Book.
Nah.
Roma.
No.
Star is Born.
Nah.
Vice.
Nah.
Ah. So you've seen the first two.
Yeah.
Ah. Which is the better out of those two?
A very different film.
Well, you got to choose, Shaq. You
I
wanna
have
go-
to choose one.
Yes.
Black Panther.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Black
Have you
Panther.
seen any of those?
Black Panther.
That's it. Black,
Hey, I got teenage kids. What do you want from me?
Sorry?
Have you
I haven't
seen
seen any of those.
What Jules?
What have I seen? Ralph Rex the Internet.
Last one I saw was Creed 2.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That was
I
good.
didn't see.
Jules, have you seen any of those?
I didn't see Creed.
Yeah, I saw Black Panther, I saw Star is Born, I saw Bohemian Rhapsody as well.
Which is your favourite out of those lot?
I think Black Panther will win Best Movie. I think Rami Malek will get the Best Actor for Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. And I think Gaga is going to win Best Actress for...
I think it's Lady Gaga, Jules.
Star
You
is Born.
can't just call her Gaga.
Yeah, sorry, Lady Gaga, sorry.
Come on, be respectful.
You going to watch it?
The Oscars, I doubt it.
I'll watch it if Ricky Gervais is hosting it.
No,
But if he's not, I won't watch it for the politically correct nonsense.
Our producer knows a lot about movies, doesn't he?
He knows
Who's,
nothing.
who's going to win the Best Movie, Pete?
Good old Pete.
Hope he knows more about restaurants and
Movies and restaurants.
movies in restaurants, smokehouses in Cardiff.
He says Roma's definitely going to win it.
Definitely.
Well, so there we
He
go.
went with definitely.
Well, that's what he said.
He only knows anything about squash and operations and being a bit of a hypochondriac.
More jokes. Anything else? What else should we talk about?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, what can I have wrong with me next?
Right, that is it. We're back tomorrow. It's Burton.
We are.
It's the City tomorrow.
I ain't coming in for
Shaka's
that.
off, obviously,
Not coming
king of
in for that.
holidays.
He said the prince. Come on.
I'm going to
he's
stay
the
home and
king.
watch the Oscars. when is the Oscars?
Well, not tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Sunday.
I'm still not coming in.
Well, it's a good news story from a windswept Alicante on the Costa Brava as the USA beat Spain by 1-0. But what a way to start the year. Lose to France, beat Spain. Where is this US team with the World Cup 5 months away, Julie?
Did they need this win tonight? You had to get it. Can you imagine the U.S. team going into a World Cup year as reigning champions and going in losing their first 2 games of the year in Europe, which is where the World Cup, of course, is going to be this summer. So I think that was a huge win, a huge confidence booster because although the U.S. team didn't say it, after that France loss, that was a demoralizing loss because it wasn't just a loss. It could have been by more than 3 goals. It ended up 3-1, but it could have been a bigger margin.
And of course, they might have to play France again in the quarterfinals of the World Cup, the way things might shape.
And they might have to play Spain in the round of 16, actually. They could go Spain and then to France. So this is a huge trip for them in terms of they play a very good side. They got to look at a lot of different players, get a lot of different answers, and you get the confidence of being able to turn it around and get the big win tonight.
I like the performance of Crystal Dunn tonight at left back. I thought she did well for the team. And you like the front 6, don't you?
I do. I like that front 6. I think what you saw against Spain tonight, minus maybe a Kelly O'Hara at right back, is going to be your lineup probably for the World Cup. Of course, if they're all healthy.
So on that plane back, maybe the US were in a happier mood after the win against Spain and maybe feeling they're on track, though there are a few countries who'll be